Yeah, we will discuss the strategy for the patents to be submitted in terms of the flow, the hand diagrams, and the description. So once we have the hand diagrams and the description, the IP attorneys would modify in such a way that the patent organizations will accept it. So once we have these patents in place, we could have a status of patent pending. So to get a patent, it takes about 3 years, but a patent pending status can be gotten 2 weeks. So once we have this patent pending status for, let's say, 200 patents, investors would be very interested in our organization. So we have so many patents in our belt, and we have so many ideas generated, investors would naturally be interested. And also a patent pending state would show that our ideas are mature and are implementable and scalable. So that's what a patent means.
Yes, but at least in concerning the stem cells and everything, it would be better to connect with someone that's already do that, because yeah, I can study the process and everything, but I don't know how it really works, you know. So
No, see, we need not know how it works. We just know, we have to just write down the concepts in the patent. Concepts instead, we need not know how a stem cell works, but you know the underlying technology that using stem cells we could grow organs, right? That is our idea. You could grow organoids, and from organoids you could grow organs and even nanorobots. So that is our idea. Now we will do a simple patent for nanorobots out of organoids. So you will know that flow, right? From pluripotent stem cells to organoids, and from organoids to nanorobots.
Yeah, I can describe it.
Yeah,
the theoretical part, but
do the description part. Description I'll help you because I know the concepts. So description part I'll help you. I just need the hand drawings because you're from the biology background. So you'll be better equipped to draw the hand drawings. So a patent should have hand drawings as well. So these guys will polish it in such a way that the patent organizations would accept it. But the raw hand drawings that you have, right? See, it can be very basic. It can be scribbling as well. It doesn't matter. It can be just a scribbling, that doesn't matter. But it should be authentic, and it should show the concept. So I just need a few hand diagrams for the flow from pluripotent stem cells to organoids. And from organoids, I would draw the additional drawings for nanorobots. That I'll do it. So I want from you the flow diagrams from pluripotent stem cells to organoids or spheroids. I'm sorry. So you need not worry about. We will brainstorm now. We will discuss about how we are going about to do that. You need not know about the exact working of stem cells, adult stem cells, and stuff like that. So that will leave to the experts later on. We are trying to define our concept and ideas. So ideas become patents. Patentable idea is something like an idea which could be implemented at industry scale. So that's the difference between an idea and a patent. So there are ideas as well. You could submit ideas, and you could have rewards and stuff. Some organizations do that, but for our organization, we should submit patentable ideas so that we would have the patent pending status and we could attract investors. So already we have investors. The guys in UIV Corp are interested. I just have to send a few documents, so they'll invest in our organization. That's fine, but we will get bigger investors. Let's say I go to Samsung Catalyst Fund. I've already submitted a document to Samsung Catalyst Fund, but it's just a plain description. It's just a plain storyboard. But imagine if I say patent pending status, if I give patent pending status to Samsung Catalyst Fund, they'll be interested. They'll be interested in our technology. So that's what I want from you. And this meeting is also for preparing a few documents to give to the investor, UIV Corp. So UIV Corp, we'll have to give some documents. They are not asking any upfront payment like the other guys at Abu Dhabi Group. That's why I skipped those guys. They asked an insurance amount, so I skipped those guys. So these guys are not asking any amount. They just need our ideas and they'll invest. And it's a loan. It's not equity. It's a loan, and it's a very low percentage of interest APR. So we could go for this loan. We could generate revenue before repaying. So there's a lot of holidays and there's a lot of time for us to repay. So we can take this loan. So let's prepare a few documents. So which one do you think would attract these investors? We will concentrate on those documents and show some interest. I don't like lack of enthusiasm. I'm sorry to say that.
I'm tired.
What happened?
I've been study all day. So
oh, you're studying that tissue engineering book, is it? Tissue engineering book.
About the course.
Course.
It's too much. It's too much statistics.
The data science course.
Yeah.
See, I'm your employer. I'm least bothered about that course. I know the content of that course. I can teach you better.
You know, but I don't remember. My statistics it's on my graduation. It was
that's fine. I can teach you better.
So...
See, I can teach you stuff which are closer to the industry and closer to implementation rather than academics. So I'll teach you better. So don't worry about the course. You study about tissue engineering.
I do about the course because I paid for
okay,
it.
Fine. You paid for it. That's fine.
So, yeah.
Tissue engineering. Have you gone through that?
Yeah, I've studied some stuff, but it will always depend on the tissue, on the organoid that we want to create. So
let's really start with kidneys and lungs, because these are the most organs in demand. So let's start with kidneys and liver, maybe, or perhaps are there organs for what else? Is there ever a brain transplant? I've never heard of it.
Brain transplant? I don't think so, but one of the chapters of the book was about stem cells derived from brain.
Okay, stem cells from brain. But actually, do you think that if you transplant a brain, the person would totally change? In a sense, see, if you transplant a kidney, the person doesn't change. His characteristics doesn't change. He still remains. Let's say Vijay gets a transplant. Vijay gets a transplant of a kidney. He still remains Vijay. But imagine I get a transplant of a brain. Will I change to someone else?
Actually, that's a good question, but I don't know.
Okay, which defines the person? Which part of the body defines a person, defines the personality of a person? Yeah, we'll have to do research on these things as well. So that will be a very interesting stuff, because once we keep changing personalities, we won't have any warmongers in the world. Let's say you have a warmonger and his personality is like that. So you do a brain transplant and change him into a passive person, into a peace-loving person.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay, I'm just sharing some utopian ideas, but it's quite possible. So we need not even transplant the whole brain. If we identify just that part of our body which defines our personality, we could just transplant that and change everyone to good people, from being warmongers and terrorists. Okay.
I'm trying to absorb
it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So let's, do you want to share something? Even if it's a paint is fine. Share a paint document and tell me how you're going to draw it.
I have to think about it because I have different stuff everywhere, so I have to prepare it. Because I have different papers and
We can give citations. See, you don't have to worry. See, it need not be actually original. See, I'll tell you the concept. Let's say you're doing calligraphy. You're writing your name using calligraphy.
Yeah.
So you don't have to invent calligraphy for writing your name.
I understand that.
You understand what I'm telling, right? You have not invented calligraphy, but you have invented your name using calligraphy. In the sense, you have written your name using calligraphy in a different manner. So that becomes your patent.
That's why I have to prepare the things, because I have to look for.
So what I'm trying to say is, you have not invented pluripotent stem cells.
That's I know, understood. But the thing is, I don't know.
You're using pluripotent stem cells for nanorobots.
I know that, but the thing is, I have to learn and to see what they ask on those kind of patents, because
no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We just need hand drawings, and these guys would polish it. The IP attorney, his name is Patrick. He's a very good guy. He's a very experienced guy. He's dealing with patents for Samsung. So he has applied for 3,500 patents for Samsung. Would you imagine?
Yeah, but not on else.
Yeah, he has done his various domains. He has done on various domains. So, and he has also been a patent board supervisor for 6 years. In the sense, he scrutinizes the patents. So, okay, I'm pronouncing it as patents. Some say patents. So, however, it's a proper noun. You can pronounce it however you want. No, sorry, it's not a proper noun. So, we have to pronounce it some manner. In US, they call it patents, but in Europe, they say patents. So, he has been a patent supervisor, so he knows exactly what is expected out of a patent. And he asked me, just give me raw diagrams and description. He would make a wonderful patent out of it. So you don't have to worry about doing the research of finding out how a healthcare patent or a stem cell patent would look like. You don't have to spend that time and energy. That will be taken care of by the IP attorney. You just have to give him the raw ideas and diagrams and description.
Let me see what I have.
Can you share your screen? I will also look.
I'm just looking for what I have, and let me just open it.
So I was supposed to send the drawings yesterday. Today's Tuesday, right? I was supposed to send the drawings yesterday, and I was like held up with a few stuff at the adoption center and a few other activities. I'll be sending in soon. So take your time. I will also do a few drawings. If you need tools for drawing, what tool do you use for drawing? Do you have Visio? I'll get the license from Visio if you want.
No, I don't.
What tool you have for drawing?
Here, actually, I think I have nothing.
Oh, you don't have any?
Because I don't use that. Usually.
Okay, do one thing. Forget about tools.
Use PowerPoints or something.
No, that's fine. Forget about tools. take a piece of paper and pencil and draw it, and take a photograph, send it across to me, and I would translate it to Visio or other tools, or just give the plain drawings if to the IP attorney. He does not need any format as well, so he just can work on plain drawings. So, or if you don't have drawings, just write down the flow. Write down the flow, draw the flow. Okay, for drawing flow, you could have many tools, like flow chart can be drawn through any tool. It's a pretty simple thing. Flow chart, okay, like this, just a flow diagram. Even a flow diagram can be considered as a drawing, a raw drawing, and they could work on it. So we don't want beautiful drawings of the stem cells and the cell culture assay and stuff. You could just have pictures, that's fine, but we just need the flow.
I don't think I have anything here.
Okay, you can draw on a piece of paper and send it to me later. Go to the slide 3. You have mentioned times milestones, right? These are milestones.
Yeah, it was from the other meeting that we had.
Yeah, I know. See, I had sent you a PPT which had an elaborate milestone of the sectors which we would be working over a period of 10 years, right? So, do you have that?
Yes.
Yeah, bring that up. We'll bridge both. We'll try to bring these milestones into that timeline. That's the roadmap for 10 years.
Let me see. It was this one.
Yeah, this is the one. No. There's one more. Was this the only one? Yeah, this is the only one. Okay, fine.
I think so.
Yeah. So 2022 is healthcare. So we are in the right track. We are in 2022 healthcare, and 2023 is going to be drug discovery. I gave drug discovery a year because we need some research. So if you want to readjust this, you could readjust. Then we'll go to telecom, mobility, urban
it will
planning.
always depend on the investment and on the context.
We could bring the cancer vaccine to 2023. What do you suggest? So cancer vaccine is gone to 2027. It's against our principle, like a woe is to bring a cancer vaccine within 5 years. Okay, yeah, it's correct. Within 5 years. So 2022, right? So 5 years means 2027. Yeah, it's correct. So we will have the cancer vaccine by 2027.
Yeah, but it's not
elaborate. Yeah, this was
not that probable that you have the drug discovery on 2023, because you have to. We are at the end of March, and
come on, that is 2023. That's not 2022.
Yeah, but you don't have any contacts yet.
I have a lot of contacts. Lubrizol, we have not met Lubrizol.
They are not doing anything on that. So, and you have to establish the contacts, and you have to convince them to do the stuff. And
see, I just need some funds from Lubrizol. See, I'm not worried what they're working on. I'm least bothered on what they're working on. I just need Lubrizol to fund us, because Lubrizol will fund only on drug discovery topics. I cannot go to a Samsung Catalyst Fund and ask for funding on drug discovery. Even if they do it, they'll be skeptical. But I can ask Lubrizol to fund, because they know exactly.
But what do you want to do with the drug discovery?
Reduction of timeline and reduction of cost. That's what I'm talking. Yeah,
that's the thing. But since the beginning, when we talked about the organoids and the spheroids and everything, you wanted to use that to reduce the time, but we never established the contact. So
no. Organoids is a different stream. You're confusing. We are reducing timeline of drug discovery and cost of drug discovery through two kinds of model-based development. Two kinds of model-based, model-based. One is the MATLAB, Wolfram, and other stuff, the model-based development. And the next one is a model based on neural networks for decision making. So it's going to be a twin pronged strategy. Using these two strategies, we are going to reduce the timeline as well as the cost, and we are going to rapid prototyping, and we'll fail fast so that we don't waste money and 15 years of time on a useless drug. And we'll have feedback loops at every few weeks, not years, so that we will have we are in the proper track. So that's a different stream. Don't confuse organoids with drug discovery. Organoids is for the cancer research and for organ transplantation assist, in the sense we could grow organs and do organ transplantation. And also it would help us in telomerase dynamics and a few other things. So organoid spheroids is a different stream. Pluripotent stem cell is going to be used for both streams. Pluripotent stem cells can be used for analysis of the drug discovery timeline, and as well as the organoids and spheroids research and nanorobotics. So these are two different streams. And we will concentrate on the organoids in 2022 because it's the happening stuff, and in 2000 it can mature within 2022. It's not it's not rocket science. Organoids is it's pretty simple. It's just a miniature of an organ. It's pretty simple. We could do that. And drug discovery, I can do it in 2022 itself, but I made it 2023 because I need it to be established. I need it to be an established process by the FDA or such big organizations, not only by AstraZeneca or Lubrizol. I don't. We need not. We should not stop by their affirmation or their validation. We should not stop with that. We should get the affirmation and validation from FDA and such organizations so that they approve our drug discovery process. So that's why I gave it 2023 as a timeline. And telecom and other stuff are not very goodwill oriented. So no one is going to die because of the lack of 5G or 6G. Yeah, no one is going to die. But people are going to die because of drug discovery, organoids, and organ transplantation. So that's why I've given higher priority for healthcare and drug discovery. Yeah, so we will do it. So the one thing I'll be very straightforward. The one thing which I don't like is doubt and skepticism. We should always have the positive outlook and optimistic. We can be over optimistic, that is fine. If you fail after being over optimistic, it would be a learning, and we won't be unhappy. We will at least think that we have tried. But if we always be skeptical and always be negative and says it won't happen, that won't happen, we would never try, and we would never take a baby step.
I never said that.
I
never said that. But the thing is, you have
that mentality. I'm trying to avoid that mentality in you.
I never said that we wouldn't be able to do the things. I only said that we have to establish contacts, because in healthcare,
once we have the patent pending,
in healthcare, you cannot do things, and you cannot have an approval of FDA unless you do the things, unless you prove the things.
When did I meet you? When did I meet you?
What?
When did I meet you? When did I know you?
When? December.
Did I know you? When did I know you?
December.
Okay, December. So how many months? It's hardly 3 months. So I know you only for 3 months. So I know these concepts only for 3 months. Now we have to have the patent pending status. Once we have the patent pending status, AstraZeneca, Lubrizol, they'll be interested in funding us, And once we get the funds, we'll do elaborate research. And once we have the elaborate research, we'll have the approval of FDA for our processes. So that is the workflow. And that is going to be the roadmap for healthcare and drug discovery, which is 2022 and 2023. So be positive. Even if the glass of water is half empty, don't say it is half empty. Say that it is half full. That's the
I
attitude I
never
want to.
say that.
Yeah. Don't say it is half empty. Say it is half full. Yeah.
I'm just warning you
No,
about.
I don't need warnings. See, we are not going to die here, or we are not working with serious. That I don't need false alerts, because that creates anxiousness. We will do the positive things. We would approach one by one. So we should always be enthusiastic. So you know about Bear Grylls, right? Bear Grylls is a adventurist, and he's a fitness expert. So he says, be the most enthusiastic person in the room. Even if you are dumb, it is fine. People will accept you if you are enthusiastic. People would like to be around you if you are enthusiastic. If you always give cut a sorry figure and say, okay, that's not going to happen, this is not going to happen, that is not going to, that will never help. People will avoid you. It's because it's draining their energy. It will drain their energy out. So what I suggest is, be the most enthusiastic person in the room. Always be positive, always be enthusiastic, even if it's impossible, even if it's mission impossible, it is fine, but still be enthusiastic. We will achieve it sometime. So it is fun to do the impossible. That's what Walt Disney said. It's fun to do the impossible, and we'll achieve the impossible. So don't even worry about it. You just give me the hand drawings, and you just give me whatever you can at your end. Don't worry about whether it's possible or not possible. Be positive always, and over optimistic is not bad, and false positive is not bad, but false negative is very bad. It will create a lot of anxiety. People would even commit suicide if you give false negatives. So false negatives are like, if say, I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. My son was diagnosed for Down syndrome during his pregnancy. Sorry, during his development in the womb. So he was given a false negative for Down syndrome. So imagine how detrimental it is to his life. My doctors advised me to abort. My doctors advised me to abort him. I said, no, I'm not going to abort him. We have to create awareness for Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome have a right to live like everyone else. We should not keep aborting people who are having Down syndrome or autism or other such challenges. Then we are creating eugenics. You know what is eugenics, right? Hitler created eugenics based on John Dalton's paper, that only the best should survive. Only the best genes and the best individuals should survive in the world, and the rest should be discarded, eliminated. So we are not going to eliminate people with the Down syndrome during pregnancy. We are not going to abort. I'm strictly against that policy of diagnosis for Down syndrome during pregnancy and aborting those children. I'm strictly against it. And I went against the doctor, and we had a child. And by God's grace, he did not have Down syndrome. Even if he had Down syndrome, I would have accepted him open-handedly, and I would embrace him open-handedly, and I would have taken care of him. And I would bring him to the mainstream in all the activities he's going to do. I'll bring him to the mainstream, even mainstream schools. So Down syndrome is not bad. Likewise, in our projects, in our approach, it's never bad to be false optimistic. It's never bad to be false positive. But it's always bad to be false negative. So I'm sorry I'm giving you lecture here, but I want to nip this in the bud. The reason being, we are having a long-term partnership. We are going to be lifelong co-workers, because I'm not going to stop this organization anytime. It's going to continue for many centuries. So you'll be working in this organization till you die, unless you like to quit. So that is what I'm trying to nip it in the bud. Never be false negative.
I'm not that kind of person. I just, as I told you before, I know that if you go to a research group or whatever, if you don't have the right things, they will discard you since the beginning.
No.
You know,
you're wrong.
that's why I'm
You're wrong. I knew nothing about epigenetics when I visited all the universities in Germany. They are the top-notch universities in epigenetics. I went to Göttingen. I went to Max Planck. I went to University of Stuttgart. I went to a few other universities which are top-notch in stem cells research, adult stem cell research, and epigenetics. I knew nothing about it. I just knew few tough stuff from my friend. He wanted to inquire about all these universities, and he wanted to enter into one of those universities. And later he entered ETH Zurich, and that was his choice. He opted for a better one. So ETH Zurich was slightly better at that point of time. But it's always equivalent to the German universities. And German universities are better in the way that they are economic compared to Swiss universities. Swiss universities are very costly. So, okay, anyway, he got a scholarship and he went to ETH Zurich. And it's unfortunate that he committed suicide in 2014 and died. But his ideas remain. So that's what I'm trying to, his legacy remains. So that's what I'm trying to do in terms of social epigenetics, stem cells research and everything. I'm carrying his legacy. So he had a false negative and he committed suicide. So always be false positive. Even if it's false, it's fine. You're positive. Have the positive outlook. And even I knew nothing about epigenetics, but they encouraged me. Every scientist in all these universities encouraged me. They spoke to me for hours together. They explained their research. They need not do that. They need not do that to a novice. They showed so much interest. Even though I came from an engineering background, they were all biology experts and epigenetic experts. They need not spend their time. They could just give an excuse saying that I'm busy. I just went and visited them without an appointment. Without an appointment, I went to all these universities and visited them. I just said, I want to meet that person. And that person, he allocated time from his or her busy schedule and spoke to me for hours on this research topic because it was a new topic and they were happy about my enthusiasm on this topic being an engineer. So that is what counts. Like that is the advantage of being the enthusiastic person in the room. They love the enthusiasm which I had. So even if I have nothing and I go to ETH Zurich, I don't have the groundwork. I have not done the groundwork, but I have the concepts, I have the enthusiasm, I have the vision that I'm going to do that. I have a goodwill. So they will surely support. It's unfortunate that ETH Zurich did not respond. I guess they are thinking about some aspects of feasibility. It's not about our topics, our research, or concepts. It's about feasibility. It's about feasibility. They're worried, and they are new to our academy industry collaboration, and also they are skeptical about collaborating. They are skeptical about collaborating with a new organization, relatively new organization, without any backing from bigger investors, because they have to spend their time and energy on our organization, and they could spend the same time and energy on a better organization with a better backing and funding. So we will have to reach that stage and go back again to ETH Zurich. I don't blame ETH Zurich on that, because I emailed the president of ETH Zurich, and he is the decision-making guy. He could easily make a decision single email. So we will have all the collaboration going on. So that's fine. But what we can do is we could develop something and show them a demo. So instead of just speaking in the air with emails and stuff, we can show them a demo later on. So that will be a very concrete thing which we could do and get the collaboration. So don't worry about that. So I guess you were skeptical because we failed with our approach with ETH Zurich. So it's not a failed approach. It's a learning. We are always learning, and it's a learning curve. So we will have that successful later on. And we could go to other universities, let's say your university, which would accept our ideas because you are their alumnus, and they will accept our ideas, even if your university is a smaller university, that's fine. But anyway, it's an academia, and we will have the academia industry partnership going on. Or else, I would associate myself with a few universities here. Let's say University of Michigan or something like that. University of Michigan is slightly adamant and slightly arrogant. But anyway, we could get their collaboration. I'll visit them sometime and I will get their collaboration. I'll explain and I'll get their collaboration. So we could get that. So that is the reason I want you to be optimistic and give the concepts, hand drawings and stuff. Don't be skeptical. Don't worry about saying that we go to them without details. They will reject us. They'll discard us. No,
it's not about the details. As I told you before, you have to have investment. Here in Aveiro, if you don't have the money, even if they like your ideas, they won't do it. Right. They won't accept you. That was what I was telling you.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
that I told you before. The things that you have to have in hands, it's not the whole thing. It's the money.
Cecilia, wait. Don't worry about it. We work like a family.
That's what I was telling you.
We work like a family. So even if I fight with you and if I criticize you, don't worry about it. Because we work like a family. We are not employer.
Yes, but you are not listening to me. You are not trying to listening to me. I was trying to tell you that if you don't have the money, even if you have the most incredible idea, you cannot go to a center, an even research lab or whatever. If you don't have the money,
listen. For this money part, that's why I've taken a different approach now. We will have all these patent pending statuses. Let's say we have some 200 patent pending statuses. We will attract investors. We will attract more investors and we'll have the money. So it's like Tom Cruise saying, "Show me the money." He's shouting, "Show me the money."
But so I told you before, that's the thing that happens in research. That was what I was trying to tell you, but you are not listening. You even if you have a great idea, if you don't have the investment, since it's nothing that you can do at home, at least with organoids and everything, you cannot do that at home. And unfortunately, I cannot mimic the cell cultures at home. I can't do that. Because
okay, what is the funding? I'll give you the funding. Wait, I'll give you the funding out of my own pocket. How what is the cost of doing a cell culture?
But the thing is, I cannot mimic it at home.
Okay,
because of the equipments that we need. And
go to your university lab. I can speak to your university.
But that's the thing that I was telling you before. I don't have the knowledge, the practical knowledge to do it. I don't know how to isolate a cell, a somatic cell, and transform it to a stem cell. I don't know how to do it. I know the theoretical part, but I cannot do it because I don't know how to do it.
Okay, fine, no problem. Does anyone from your university know it?
I don't know. I have to see. But from what I've seen, they never did it there.
Okay, see,
it's not impossible.
We will start with the smaller universities, less known universities. We could find gems. We could find gems anywhere. So even a small university can do some wonderful work. So start with small universities to find out who's doing this, who's separating pluripotent stem cells from out of somatic cells and doing cell culture. We just find out, and we just need that for a demo. We need a demoable product. So we need to show to ETH Zurich and bigger universities, and even to AstraZeneca and Lubrizol, if we are overlapping some of those concepts to drug discovery. So just find out a small university which could do that. Even if they want some booking time, let's say they want some money for booking their lab, let me know. We'll book their lab and do the stuff. And if they want to book a person, let's say a lab assistant knows to do it, we will book that person for a few hours and we will do that.
I sent you a contact of a German lab that they are doing it.
Okay, we'll
sure,
contact them.
but
We'll contact
now
can you
I
travel?
don't know.
Can you travel to Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So we'll arrange the travel. You travel to Germany and go to the lab. I'll contact them. You just be along with them and shoot a video. What they're doing.
But first we have to make the contact.
Yeah, I'll make
establish
the
contact.
contact. Yeah, I'll establish one. I don't think that is a big university. What is the name of the university?
I don't know. I sent you the
Yeah, just
contact
bring it up.
some while ago, and I don't know.
Yeah, just bring it up again. We'll just see. Because I have many contacts in Germany because I guess they remember me. I visited the universities in 2009. I hope they remember me. Everyone remembers me because I'm a very unique guy by my characteristics. You know, I have autism and stuff like that, right? So I'm a very unique guy. So people never forget me. Oh, you are that guy. Yeah, we remember. And even let's say my community's security, he remembers me. Whenever I go past him, he just opens the gate because and he says, "I remember you." So people remember me. So don't worry about that. I'll you tell me which university in Germany.
I don't even know where.
You sent in LinkedIn, I guess.
I sent it.
Okay, we will. You have
yeah,
a look at it.
But in LinkedIn, the older messages are deleted. So
you deleted? Why do you delete?
No, LinkedIn does it.
No. Okay, yes, I have your messages.
Does.
I have a message. I'll dig it up. Don't worry. I have all your messages. I'll search and find out. So that's fine. Okay, now going forward, we just have 9 more minutes for this meeting. Give me hand drawings, even if it is drawn on piece of paper, it's fine. Give me hand drawings and I will forward it to the IP attorney and we will have a few patent pending status and make it very modular in a sense. If you're doing pluripotent stem cells, it could be 3 patents. It need not be just one single patent. It can be 3 patents. So make it modular and give me hand drawings.
I'll do it.
And take your time. Don't think I'm taxing you. Take your time and we will have the patent pending status. In the meanwhile, I'll draw something about nanorobotics. So then we will fix the missing link between pluripotent stem cells and nanorobots. So I will do the second half and I would present that as an idea. The second half, it can be 2 separate patents and those 2 patents could be linked. So I'll do the second half of the patent where I make the organoids into a nanorobot. So that is again a different concept. So you are going to make an organoid. That is your concept. And my concept is using the intelligence of organoid, I'm going to make it a nanorobot. So that is my concept and that is, yes, that's a separate patent.
Okay. You want a general thing or based on liver, lungs?
Okay, any general thing is fine. See, he will anyway going to beautify it. The IP attorney is going to beautify it and give us feedback. So you just give me something. Just allow the free flow of thought. That is what I want. I want our employees to have the free flow of thought and just scribble anything they would like to. Later on, we could embellish it and we could polish it using brainstorming sessions. We can do that, but don't block your ideas, free-flowing ideas, just because it's not feasible. It would be feasible later on.
It is feasible. It is already feasible. It is
already feasible. Yeah,
they are already doing it.
Yeah. And all what I'm talking about, and all what I'm talking about, even if it is neutron stars, everything has been done in the lab. Everything is feasible. I'm not talking something out of my dream. I'm not talking something about neutron stars from my dream. So neutron stars is something in practice. We are going to bring that for the warp drive. So That's a different patent altogether. So we will have many patents for that, because it's going to be a spaceship. So all the moving parts of the spaceship will have so many patents. So we will discuss about that later. Even if you are from a biology background, you could be interested in this as well. So I need versatile people. So I know everyone is versatile. I have the best people in my team. Everyone is versatile. See, I don't know. I'm an engineer and I'm working on biology. So you are a biology expert, and you could work on engineering concepts like the warp drive and stuff. So similarly, Anna has a lot of business acumen, but she was interested in artificial intelligence and even gene editing and stuff. So I suggested a book of CRISPR. Like the person who wrote it was Isaac Walter Isaac or something, and it was based on Jennifer. Do you know Jennifer? Jennifer in stem cell research, CRISPR and stuff. She's a leading scientist.
I don't
It
think
was
so.
about her. It was about her. So there is another scientist, Elizabeth. So Elizabeth was the one who founded telomerase, and was it her who founded CRISPR? I don't know who founded CRISPR. So it's all interrelated. So yeah, I'll share you that book. I gifted that book to Anna, and she was interested in learning about it. So I'll give that book to you as well. Okay, do you have any questions for me, and you want any help from my side?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. At least for now.
I guess you are you got pissed off by my initial approach. I'm sorry for that.
No problem. The thing is, you have to try to listen to the other people. Okay, just that.
Okay, see, I just don't like negative thought process. I just don't like it.
I don't like the it's not cutoffs, but if you can avoid, if you are able to avoid some stuff that you already know that will happen, and it will
okay, mitigation. Okay, fine.
Will take you even more time, and you can avoid it. For me, that's the thing. That's the way to go. It's to avoid those.
But too much of skepticism, too much of
No, not that. Not that.
Devil's advocate.
As I told
See,
you,
there are devil's advocate.
The things are feasible.
In my okay, yeah. Okay, please go ahead.
The things are feasible. The only thing is, I've been working on the research field since 2009, and it was not only in my university, and it wasn't only on my group. So I do know that people, even if they like your ideas, if you don't have the money to do it, they won't spend their money to do your ideas. They won't,
because they people are romantic only about their ideas. No one is romantic.
No, because they are greedy
ideas.
also, and if they are not the mentor of the ideas, they are not
getting the credit. Yeah. Naturally. But what if I give the credit to them? So, what if I say you take the credit, give me the money?
Even though probably they will ask you money also. So yeah, I will have the credits, but you have to enter with at least 50% of the money.
It's like asking an actor. It's like asking an actor to pay for being casted as an actor.
Yeah. Yes, that I witnessed some of those during my research life. So yeah, definitely. And I contributed for different fields with my expertise, and even though I didn't have the credits for all the things that I've done. So
what's your H index? What's your H index?
I'm not sure, 7 or 6. I don't know, because I don't have that much.
Citation.
Yeah, not citation, is even the articles, the papers.
That's fine. See, I'm least
But
bothered of all these indices. They actually, this H index is not a correct measure of your capability. Don't worry
I
about
do
that.
know, I do know, and I do know that I made during my whole life. I did more work than it's published, and some of the people that I work with, they got all the credits for
Yeah, the
a
professors
lot of
normally
things,
get all the credits,
a
right?
lot of things that I've done. So
Okay.
that's why I know how the things work.
See, in our organization, it's totally different. If you apply for a patent, I will give share in revenue. I will not take the credit. The organization will not take the credit. I will give you share in revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you apply for a patent. Okay, let's discuss about that later. Come up with a few diagrams, take your time, and we will meet again sometime when you have something, a few diagrams, raw images also is fine, raw diagrams, then we'll meet again. Okay, then bye.
Okay. See you.
And sorry for that.
Don't worry.